come on. Ah, okay, there we go. We're streaming now. Okay, so, checking our Lion King again. We got a review of the Lion Guard pilot episode, Return of the Roar. I'm gonna have a look at this review and see if I agree with it. So, yeah, let's do it.
The Planet of the Apes, The Lion Guard, Return of the Roar, Sonic...
Okay, whatever.
Kion picks only...
No, okay, back. We're just gonna start here, isn't it?
Which weakened him, because this power isn't supposed to be used for evil. Kion's job is...
Yeah, okay, I get it. I get the motive, I've seen it. Okay, I get the story.
Lines instead. However...
Yes, I get it.
Actually well decided, when they end up having to defend the Pride Lands from invading hyenas. I'll admit that die-hard Lion King fans may not like the direction that this pilot takes the franchise in.
It's conflicted, okay? Yeah, I know... The guy's right. You know, people are going to see this as weird. You know, it has an extreme creative liberty. Let's just put it like that. It's an extreme creative liberty, and yeah, he's on point so far. 1 minute in, and he's already brought up a good point. You know, I agree with him there. Oh, for fuck's sake, no! Oh wait. Oh, what? No, go back. Oh, right. Wait, okay, there.
Direction that this pilot takes the franchise in. First, there's the drastically different art style, which still retains the essence of the movie's designs, but goes for a more cutesy look in comparison.
Yeah. Fair point. No, true. I agree with them there. Yeah, I have that opinion too.
And imagine this annoying some people who might consider these changes to be too infantile compared to the films.
Yes, it does.
Also, there's a bit of a whiplash to seeing the animation going from hand-drawn to computer-generated. And
okay, here's my opinion on the animation. It's off. Especially the movements. When they move, it's terrible. It does. I do feel like it gets better in the later seasons, but when it came out, oh my goodness me! I'm used to animation because I've seen the episodes a couple of times now, but at first it felt off.
It could be a tad weird adjusting to this transition. Yep. Even after getting used to it, though, there's something a little off about this animation, as if we can see the rigs ticking away, trying to add fluidity to the characters, but feeling limited to its software's restrictions.
Yeah.
This special opens up with a big plot hole right from its premise, too. Where was Kion in Lion King 2? Did he...
The context of Season 3, you know, it does eliminate this whole plot hole, which was where Kion was in season... Well, what am I saying? Where Kion was in The Lion King 2. And that's immediately when when The Lion Guard came out, I was surprised to know that, oh, okay, Kion is Simba and Nala's son, not Kion... No, what the fuck am I saying? Oh my goodness, I'm getting all these names jumbled up. Okay. It was surprising to know that Kion was Simba's son and not Kovu's son. I was expecting it to be Kovu and Kiara, you know, being Kion's parents, but no. I guess it's. I guess they wanted to have Kion as Simba's son. So of course, you know, at the start of the series, we were all making judgments on what was going to happen, and
Did he die? Did he move to another pride?
Yep, we made all of those questions.
The show will have to answer this question in its last episode, or it'll inevitably end up creating a huge continuity error in the...
Yeah, it will. It will. Don't worry.
Franchise. Also, when Scar murdered the guard, why didn't the rest of the kingdom immediately raise concern and suspicion about...
Oh! No, I didn't notice that. Okay, that's a new point. Yeah, good point. Good point. I didn't even notice that. Wait, hold on a minute. So he killed the guard, but I don't know. I think with the season 3, when they did the Scar backstory and when we saw Scar yeet his guard, it doesn't look like he actually killed them. It just looks as though he banished them far away. I think that's what did it. So, and yeah, but I can understand where he's coming from, being that it's episode 1. You know, he hasn't seen any of the... I need to remember that he's only seen this pilot episode from the looks of things, so he doesn't know what happens in season 3.
They would have noticed that the guard was missing lions, and the only surviving guard member was Scar. How long did it take for the kingdom to catch on? The film never says that Scar tried to cover up the murders, so the evidence is practically screaming at the lions. Please don't tell me that it took until Mufasa's death for the kingdom to realise that, hey, maybe Scar has murderous intentions. Considering how the guard murders left behind obvious clues about his true nature. A later episode will need to explain how Scar got away with this crime, or it'll end up making the kingdom look foolish. Anyway, let's discuss the returning characters in this pilot. Kiara is now written as an uptight older sister who takes the role of becoming queen very seriously.
Funk me. Kiara in this series, and until the very last episode, she is utterly... Yeah. Look, I like the Lion God as much as the other guy, but no. I'm not defending Kiara here. She is...
Because I'm training to be Queen of the Pride Land.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know all about it, Kiara.
Yeah. Yeah. Just...
At least I have my life figured out.
Which is quite out of character, as Kiara was...
Yeah, exactly.
Always more focused on her passions for hunting and exploring than her destiny and royalty.
Darling, with your complexion, you should stay out of the sun. What? Do you want a wrinkle?
Will somebody please just listen to me?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. Did you say something, princess?
I'm not just a princess, you know. That's only half of who I am.
This pampered daddy's little girl take on Kiara could become grating as episodes go on, unless we discover that this is just a short phase in her growing up arc. Simba is mainly in the pilot to give a backstory to the guard and serve as a naysayer for Kion's unconventional team choices. His prejudices against other animals joining the Lion Guard make sense, because Simba is capable of bigotry, as demonstrated in the second film.
Which did ruin his character. Let's be honest there, Simba was ruined in The Lion King 2. So I guess you could say that The Lion King has a tradition of ruining characters from previous installments. Simba was ruined in The Lion King 2, Kiara was ruined in The Lion Guard. Hopefully Kion isn't ruined in the next installment.
However, much like that chapter of this franchise, it's Simba's offspring that teaches him to be more open-minded about other races. Although, did Simba really need to end up learning this same lesson twice?
With that, I think... Yeah, he's learning about, like... other animals can be in the Lion Guard here, and then with this, it's actually treating the outsiders... It's not because they're lions there, it's because it's the Outlanders. With there, it's like being... It's like someone from a different country. With that, with this Lion Guard thing going on, it's in his own country, so it's kind of outside, understanding outsiders there rather than other animals here.
Timon and Pumbaa are back too, playing babysitter as usual, and actually doing a decent job this time. But what's weird is that they are sort of guardians to a honey badger called Bunga. It's never explained how or why they adopted.
The worst fucking character in the entire series. I'm gonna say it. Bunga sucks. In fact, yeah. Literally in the next post.
Which is super strange, but perhaps we'll get a backstory for this setup in a later episode. What about the new characters, though? Are they any likeable? Personally, I only thought Bunga, who serves as a comic relief for the show, was obnoxious. He's always loudly shouting about his excitement over everything.
No, thank you. I'm not listening to you. Die. Get yeeted into a funking lava, into a funking volcano.
Hakuna Matata. Can you show that trick to my Uncle Timon and Uncle Pumbaa? I can't.
Kyan even sounds annoyed at him. Seriously, you wonder if Kyan ever just feels pity for Bunga. He has no friends, and so just.
Wait to tell Uncle Timon and Uncle Pumbaa.
Oh my
Being
god.
a reckless idiot. The other young animals, though, seem laid back and down to earth. I wouldn't mind spending lots of episodes with them.
Yeah, the rest of the guard are actually pretty good. It's just Bunga is... The worst thing is that these interesting characters aren't the main focus. It's always Bunga and Kion, which utterly... It just makes the series worse. If it was Kion and Ono, that would be perfect, because Ono is actually a pretty good character. He's underrated in my opinion.
Fully, the cheetah stands out the most, bringing some sass to the Lion Guard dynamic.
Yeah. She's kind of the, she is laid back and, she's kind of the, she's something akin to, what's Mary Jane in Spider-Man Homecoming. She's kind of like that. She's a bit snarky, she's quiet. But, her character does evolve eventually in Season 3. She becomes kind of like an emotional support.
Lion Guard? Figures. Always the lions lording over.
I haven't seen this episode in ages, and gosh, the difference between Season 1 and Season 3 is just incredible. The voices just sound really annoying here, but then when you go to Season 3, they're a lot more tolerable.
The Pride Lands.
What is it with me what is it with me today and not being able to say words?
I put you in charge of this little team, Kion. You bet your spots he did.
Kion serves as your typical youthful protagonist. He has a bit of an ego, but he's sensible enough to know right from wrong. He's not really much different from young Simba, but
I don't know. Simba is definitely a bit more of a arrogant character than Kion, I think. But then again, I haven't seen this episode in ages, so I don't know. Maybe I need to refresh myself there.
Maybe later episodes can help define him as his own character. In terms of story, the pilot kind of meanders around, introducing each Lion Guard member and showing the hyenas plotting their evil inside a cave. It does make the movie a bit of a slog to sit through. Because really, this story is too paper thin to warrant a 40-minute running time. But the movie picks up pace once the hyenas arrive in the Pride Lands, cueing an energetic finale that demonstrates what Kion and his friends can do as a team during a time of crisis. The special also features 3 original songs.
No, we're not talking about the songs, because the songs suck. That's one thing which I will not talk about, because the songs, mostly in the Lion Guard, suck in my opinion. They're objectively bad. They are nothing more than wastes of time. Time that could be used for extra character development, but no, you just have to have songs in there so that the little kids can sing to them. Which will make the parents want to strangle that child, but okay.
Incredibly out of place.
Now.
No, yeah! Yes, he's right there. Go away with that.
Is that a bad thing? Well, while I get that these changes would upset older fans of the franchise, I can't say that this is a harmful or insulting show for little kids. I mean, the redesign is perfect for small boys and girls who usually love cutesy, fluffy animals because they look so cuddly and friendly to them. Also, the idea of children being empowered as a team in a world run by adults would seem like a fun fantasy to preschool kids, especially at an age where they feel like they can't do much and maybe even idolize superheroes.
Yeah. So I think overall what he's saying is what the majority of fans say. It's not for me, but if I was to show kids stuff, then yeah, I'd show them this. I think that is the majority of what fans say these days. It's a fun show, but it's not for me. It's not for older fans. It's not for veteran fans unless you're really into it. Unless you kind of turn off your brain, then yeah, it's an okay show.
Plus, while the songs aren't faithful to the tone and spirit of the Lion King films, I can totally understand why very little kids would enjoy them, as they are very catchy, goofy, and upbeat.
No, I've got to disagree with him there. It's the songs, like, if I was a small kid, even I wouldn't. There are only a very few songs which I actually would say are good. All of them are just, oh.
Not to mention, Return of the Roar includes some pretty valuable lessons for little kids, like respecting nature, as the special teaches the importance of not over-consuming what the environment offers.
My dad says we should only take what the pride needs to keep the circle of life.
Yeah, okay. Come on, wrap it up.
Doesn't have the same kind of prejudices as his father, foreshadowing how this generation of lions is set to take away oppression from the Pride Lands one day. To conclude, the Lion Guard Return of the Roar isn't exactly the most faithful or mature way to carry on the Lion King story. So I understand hardcore fans rage over it, and to be honest, you could even criticize the premise for using the Lion King to capitalize on the current superhero trend. Especially when Disney had the opportunity to come up with original characters for this concept, but ignored it, to maybe seize a chance to cash in on the Lion King brand. However, when you brush aside these issues, this special seems like a decent pilot for a Disney Junior show. It has good lessons to teach, fantasies that preschool kids can relate to, and a vibrantly friendly visual design. Trust me, I get why die-hard fans would hate this pilot, but from an objective point of view, I have to admit that the target audience will get a lot out of this special.
Yeah. I agree. Personally, I do enjoy the show, but I know there are a lot of guys out there who don't like it. A lot of fans out there who don't like it. Feel conflicted about it. They don't consider the show canon. That's not to say they consider it bad, but I understand that there are a couple of things which are conflicting.
I've been Jambareeqi, and I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, then feel free to subscribe to my...
That was good. I'm not gonna lie, that was good. That was a good one, Jambareeqi. Good on you, man. So, yeah, there you go. It's me talking about, well, just reacting to this, I guess. So, yeah. There you go.